And here with us now is Dr. David Vanderpool, CEO of Live Beyond, a faith-based aid organization. David, thank you for coming on this evening. I know you were recently in Haiti around the time of this kidnapping, and you also have personal experience negotiating with this same gang for the release of your own team members, including your wife. Tell us what happened.
Well, this is we're really praising God right now that these two members of this terrible kidnapping have been released. So that's what I like to start with, that Thanksgiving, that two have been released. But this is a very violent gang that has kidnapped these people, and unfortunately, we were exposed to the same gang, the MAWOZO 400. Two of our team members were kidnapped, held for 4 days, and tortured for those 4 days, not fed anything, and given contaminated water to drink. So they were very much traumatized by this. So this is, I believe, is 38 days now of captivity for the remaining 15, and it's just unbearable to think what they're going through at this time, especially the children. The things that we went through with my wife, they beat her severely, and we were able to break up the kidnapping so that they did not actually take her from our base, but the attempt was there. So this is a very violent gang, and they've become more and more violent and more bold since the government has collapsed there in Haiti.
Yeah. What does it tell you that this gang released two of these missionaries?
You know, it's hard to say. It'd be all speculation. I know that the ministry, Christian Aid Ministries, is not saying, you know, the likelihood is that it was for health reasons, that perhaps the people were suffering from health problems, but it's just pure speculation at this point.
Yeah. David, what do you think might happen to the remaining 15 who are still being held hostage?
You know, we've been in contact with the United States State Department during this entire time, and there are very aggressive negotiations going on right now with this gang. I know the State Department's been very active, and you know, we just need to all be prayerful that that this will be resolved quickly and without any more violence.
Yeah. So it does seem like criminals seem to rule the streets in Haiti, and with the kidnappings there up 300% month over month. Those kidnaps, mostly Haitians. Are gang members in Haiti now turning towards kidnapping Americans and other foreigners? Is this kind of the new trend?
It is, and it's a very worrisome trend. It had always sort of been an unspoken rule that the Americans would be left alone. And so with the incident with my wife, that was one of the earliest incidents against Americans that we knew of. And then it has progressed to this very brazen kidnapping of 17 people in broad daylight just across the valley from us. They're just south of us about 5 or 6 miles. And so we know this group. We've worked with this group in the past since we live in Haiti full time. We know the long-term missionaries there. And it's very worrisome that Americans are now vulnerable to attack. Most of the Americans have pulled out of Haiti. The large organizations have pulled their folks out of Haiti, and we as well have, just for that reason.
Yeah. Well, David, Dr. David Vanderpool, we appreciate you coming on tonight so much. Thank you very much, and stay safe.
Thanks for having me.